Here's Nemesis on the Game Boy.
By Ultra Games.
Oh yeah, that's
Ultra
who makes
Games is responsible for this bullshit.
Yeah, thanks Ultra Games.
Nemesis on the Game Boy. Also known as Gradius.
Also known as
Salamander.
Gradius. Also known as Life Force.
Oh, right, yeah.
Also known as something else, I think. Gradius, Nemesis, Life Force, Salamander.
Gradius is Nemesis.
Yeah.
Gradius is not Life Force or Salamander.
Yeah. What?
Life Force and Salamander are closer to each other than they are to Gradius.
I don't know what's going on. I can never understand it. Like, what? I thought they were all the same thing, and then I was like, what?
I know Life Force and Salamander have like vertical scrolling and stuff, which never happens. In the main, I don't know if they're even considered the same universe, but they're similar.
What did they just like back in those days? They were just like, we need to make some quick games.
Let's just make games.
Let's just
call them whatever.
Let's just take what we already made and change it a little. Wow, that's so sleazy.
Let's just trick them.
Yeah, it's Konami. Let's just trick them.
Let's just trick them.
These are all different games. Look, we're Konami.
Well, let's give this a try.
There's the Moai head. What is it with the Moai heads in like video games? You notice that?
Yeah,
they all over the place.
They were a very mysterious thing at one point.
So yeah, and since then they stopped being mysterious, I guess.
Well, they're out of vogue, I guess. You get stage select, and what seems to be loop select too, which is kind of funny. It's like, since this is Game Boy, you can just kind of pop in at whatever spot you can't want, and I'm gonna set my rest to like 10. Did I just pause?
I don't know. Something happened. I just. Okay,
oh yeah, my start button's a little funky.
Oh, alright. I like a good funk.
Yeah. Some Friday night funkin', as it were.
How's this performance treating you?
It is what it is, man. What it is.
You're having a performance problem trying to describe it. I think
it is
and I think they made it so that two bullets occupy the same sprite.
Oh yeah.
So that it feels like you're shooting more because they couldn't.
That's exactly what they did.
They couldn't get enough on screen.
Just trick them. Just trick them.
This game's a friggin' trick. Look at this. This is a trick. This isn't Gradius. This is a friggin' trick. It's a sleazy...
It's a falsehood. It's a falsification.
Yeah, it's a sleazy, fraudulent version of Gradius.
How could you even try? Like, why even try?
Yeah.
How could you do this to children? Who like all those children who grew up as hardcore Gradius fans.
And spit in their face like this.
How could they, betray them to such an extent?
All they asked for was an ounce of respect.
Yeah.
This is what they got.
All they asked for was a fully working shmup on the Game Boy.
Yeah.
And we couldn't even get that.
They should have just, to make it run, they should have just made it look like an Atari game.
I don't think that would work.
Yeah, I know.
I think, like...
They still...
Doesn't matter how many pixels you use.
Yeah, there's...
Just make it so the enemies don't shoot bullets and massively reduce the number of enemies.
I played Game Boy games that ran fast.
Yeah.
But, they're totally different than this, though.
They even got the rock section working.
Yeah, but they had to sacrifice 3 people to do it.
Yeah.
Ritual homicide.
Uh-huh.
Cool background. Where are we?
The boss is the background, I bet. Oh, I should have got some options. Now, the litmus test right now is whether you can put your options inside the core and shoot it from there.
Yeah.
Or if the options have to be on before you can shoot it. There you go. You know, every once in a while, the Game Boy will pull off some surprising effects like that blur thing it just did. And like at the end of Mario Land 2, where it kind of does a wavy screen thing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know the Game Boy could do that.
It couldn't. You imagined it.
Oh, I see.
I wonder
My
what
mistake.
the best looking Game Boy game is.
Yeah, I wonder. This game has some pretty good sprite work.
Remember how crazy Bioforce Ape was in the NES?
Yeah.
Like how it ran?
Yeah,
That game was
the
nuts.
scrolling was just
I know,
unbelievably
I know.
fast.
It runs like a game from today. Like a web game made today.
Yeah, yeah.
Holy shit, it's insane. I have the magazine. I have the Nintendo Power magazine talking about Bioforce Ape.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? I was looking at it.
Yeah, a piece of history.
Yeah, I got it.
I can't believe Bioforce Ape just kind of... It wasn't real, and then the next day it was.
Yeah.
Just happened.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Like, there was so much drama surrounding that supposed prototype.
If you don't know, Bioforce Ape was a game that was announced and then never came out. And then kind of existed in limbo for like 25 years.
Yeah, and there
then
was
finally showed up on the internet.
There was a huge online drama where somebody faked a prototype, like a few screenshots, and then like they started off realistically, and then eventually there was just this scene of a blob made of butter saying, I am made of der butter, and you are worth 2K monies. And he was making a joke about how some guy was willing to sell the... he wasn't willing to dump the prototype, but he was willing to sell it for $2,000. It's just insanely scummy.
People hoard it. Have you ever seen those people that like hoard like prototypes and shit?
Yeah.
I've seen that a few times.
Just
like,
disappointing.
And they like...
I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Hoard shit, and they're like not releasing this, and they're telling people they're not releasing it and shit.
Yeah.
Like on forums and shit. Oh
yeah.
my god.
Why would you tell someone that you're not releasing it? That's just
There's
mean.
some guy... Isn't there some guy who owns a really early prototype dub of Dragon Ball on tape? Remember that? And he's hoarding it.
Everybody wants to see those early dubs of Dragon Ball.
There's a guy...
Just give them to me.
I remember watching a YouTube video where a guy was making like a mini documentary on it and talking to a guy who was hoarding a tape of it. And like nobody else in the world has it.
There's always that guy.
It's funny because you can hoard it. If you have one, you can hoard it because nowadays the mass dissemination of media on the internet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can hoard one of something with the internet because it's the only one. Like if you have that early build of StarCraft or whatever. Remember that StarCraft CD that guy had?
Yeah, and he sent it back.
Oh.
He sent it back without dumping it.
Yeah.
Oh, what a traitor.
I know.
Good God. He should be...
He hoarded it for Blizzard.
Yeah.
They probably didn't give him anything.
He should be captured by the CIA.
He did it for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my. That took a little bit. Uh-oh.
Imagine if somebody had like a Wind Waker on like a CD-ROM, and it was like it's just a blank CD. It said Wind Waker, and he had this really early version of Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, and he gave it back to Nintendo. And,
there are Nintendo fans that would do that.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. There are Nintendo fans that would that would report the guy who leaked the next Smash reveal.
They would dox him themselves.
Yeah. At their own expense,
Yes.
even though that's illegal,
Yeah.
they would do it. Poppy Nintendo.
Mm.
They gotta pay pig for Daddy Nintendo.
Mm-hmm. You gotta get that Switch OLED model.
Yeah.
I gotta pay pig for Nintendo. I gotta go get my OLED model. It's just it's just the screen is a little different. There you go.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna say that I want the Joy-Cons to be better, because I know they're not going to be.
Yeah, they're not. They're the same. Like, I remember I was watching some videos of these like tech reviewer guys and saying like, I love the Switch, I love the product, and then he's showing like all his switches because he's a reviewer and he has millions of subs, so he has whole bunch of switches.
Yeah.
And he's like looking at them. And I said they all have drift though. I remember some of them like these unboxing therapy and
what if you do
guys.
if you have the Switch like the Switch Mini
Nothing.
or whatever it was?
I think you're dead.
You're screwed.
You're nothing you can do.
Kind of like this checkpoint.
Yeah. At least you can buy new Joy-Cons.
Yeah.
At least there's that.
Hey, guess what? I'm playing Nemesis on the Game Boy, on original hardware, with an SNES controller, and I'm having a good time. It works. Nintendo, what? Explain this, please.
You should say that for every game we're playing. In the middle of it. Guess what? I'm playing. This is a little update for people who just tuned in now, who just turned on the television now and don't know what to get them caught up.
Yeah.
Update. This is Nemesis on the Game Boy.
Update. I'm on level 2 of Nemesis on the Game Boy. If you're wondering what those borders at the edge of the screen are, that's because I'm using an adaptation protocol developed by Nintendo and released in the form of the Game Boy
Super.
Game Boy.
The Game Boy Super. Yeah.
I was about to. You were complaining about how the GameCube one was called Game Boy Player, and that just got stuck in my head.
Yeah. The way you play.
The Game Boy Player has the soy name, and this has the base name.
The way you play Game Boy games on the Super Nintendo was with a cartridge called a Super Game Boy, and it's basically a cartridge where you put the cartridge in the Super Nintendo, and that cartridge has a slot for the Game Boy game. So it just kind of lets you play the Game Boy game on TV with numerous other things you can do to it for fun. But the GameCube version that plays Game Boy Advance games is just called Game Boy Player.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not called like Advance Cube or Boy Cube or Cube Boy or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just Game Boy Player. There you go. And you can't do half the shit you can do here.
I know, it's not as much fun.
On Super Game Boy, you can pause and paint over the game, and so many different color palettes to choose from and borders.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing in Game Boy Player. Imagine if you could make a missile like that. These missiles that you're dropping, when they get close to the ground, they just follow the contours of the ground.
Yeah.
Imagine if you made a missile like that and you saw it coming. Shit. How scary that would be. Missile comes down from a plane and then turns at a 90-degree angle when it sees the ground, and then it stays a foot above the ground and chases you and goes over buildings and shit.
That would make war much more fun than it already
terrifying.
Is. And war is very fun as it stands.
War is a freaking blast.
Yeah. It's a good time.
War is a blast. What can I say?
I think war and crystal meth are amazing.
I know.
Start button. Come on. Okay, I'll admit the start button gave out a little bit, but I can still press it. Yeah, I think we're good.
Turn off auto shot. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Try mashing it.
No, you can't mash the start button. It's made of rubber.
Yeah, it's a mush button.
Well, I'll get this eventually. Did you ever put a game that you didn't, like, say you didn't own Donkey Kong Country. Did you ever put Donkey Kong Country on the Game Boy in the Super Game Boy player and pretend it's the SNES version?
Yeah, I've done that, but I don't know if I was pretending it was a Super Nintendo version.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, just play and pretend a little bit. Like, I never had, I think I had Mega Man X on Game Boy and never had it on Super Nintendo. And I was just like,
Yeah, I have Mega Man X.
Well, this
Game
is
Boy
weird. This isn't.
here.
Maybe it's frozen.
Yeah, I have that. I have it on Game Boy, and I don't have it on SNES.
Yeah. Okay, start. Let's go. Let's go.
I used to
Let's go. Come on.
I used to go to the Game Boy painting thing,
Come on.
the Super
Start
Game Boy
button.
Painter thing, and paint the entire screen black. Ever do that?
My start button doesn't work anymore. I guess I'll have to
Unplug.
swap it over another one. Hold on. You could, Oh, yeah, Alright, here we
Oh,
go.
look what you did. You
Oh, no.
Touch something.
We're also talking about how,
You can just barely see Game Boy down there. Look.
Oh, yeah. We're also talking about how the SNES is having the problems that the NES did
Yeah, I know.
back in the day.
We're finally look at this. You see that on the NES all the time.
Yeah.
Incorrect startups, and we're finally getting that in the Super Nintendos.
Disappointing. You could also do this, like if you really wanted to play pretend, you go into this, and it's probably like gradius.
Man, it'd be cool if you could use the Game Boy mouse, the Super Nintendo mouse on this. I mean, I'm pretty sure we played.
5.
I'm pretty sure we played Mario Paint on this channel though.
S. Yeah, we did.
Oh, this is gradius 5 on the PS2.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
You better believe it.
Now paint the entire screen black. That's what I used to do. I spent forever doing it.
Yeah, I do it every single time, just as like an aesthetic practice to prepare you mentally to make sure you're energetically aligned with Nemesis on the Game Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Mario. Like, Let's Plays of things like Mario Paint are just amazing. So, like, they always have this laid-back, casual atmosphere. And you get a little bit of the person's personality in it. Okay, the start button works, but the D-pad sucks. Well, I guess I'm playing in hard mode right now.
They're all just starting to rot away. All the parts for Super Nintendos are just starting to
Yeah, they're starting to go.
Starting to get poopy.
Just in time for like a psycho-accurate emulator, so it's not all that bad.
I'm pretty sure the creator of, what was it, Beast Nest? The guy who didn't he kill himself 2 days ago?
I heard about that. Yeah.
He just went
That's
boink.
unfortunate. Yeah,
And I read his suicide message, and it was just like full of thinking that would make you kill yourself. It's just like It's just like he found a way to blame everybody in his suicide note.
I bet it sounds exactly like Etika's little video that he made before he killed himself.
I know it's always
they're
like,
always like in their own little head.
Yeah, it's
space,
always
and they never like you can't get through them at that point.
Yeah, it's his suicide note for the Beast Nest guy. I think it was Beast Nest, maybe I'm wrong, but
yeah.
It was just like it was totally obsessed with
My God, what are you
blaming
doing?
absolutely everyone. It was just like laying the blame on everyone but himself.
Oh.
You know, and then like it was just like, I think that's why he killed himself. It's like,
I guess
it's not like he blamed everyone else, right?
Uh-huh.
But that's why he killed himself.
Yeah.
Because he was blaming everyone, and if you like, everyone else was the problem in his life.
I see what you mean.
And he was living in his own like he was like, they were living in his head rent free.
Uh-huh.
And he couldn't turn it off.
Yeah.
Right? So it's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like if you blame everyone else, and it's not even like it's your fault. Let's just say just for any reason you're laying the blame on like 10 different people, and you do that, eventually you will kill yourself. I think it's kind of like that. It's kind of like it causes itself.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, just if you read a suicide note, it just smacks of that, like mental problems, like way beforehand, like not being able to turn off the trolls and stuff.
It's a slow burn usually.
Yeah, it's freaking slow.
But I guess it is different in Etika's case because, like, remember Etika's video?
He
was talking about himself.
His yeah, but Etika, didn't his mom say that he was bipolar or something? He
it would make sense.
Sick or something.
Uh-huh.
Like they said that, and that his brother was the same way or something. I don't know. They said something about that. Like, he's prone to just going into manic fits and shit.
Yeah, it would explain like the way he was behaving near the end.
Yeah.
Because by the end he was like, "I've made mistakes that I can't undo," and he's like, "What?"
Yeah, no one. I don't know what he was talking about.
Yeah, like what is he talking about? He
figure.
probably wasn't talking about anything. He was just having a like a bipolar episode.
If that's true, I mean, I heard that on the internet.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if
you never know.
This is real, but anyway, that's
in a way speculating about like a late suicidal person is kind of disrespectful. But...
Well, he's dead. He can't do shit now. I can't wait till you're dead so I can complain. I can't wait till you're dead so I can say anything I want about you.
I can't wait till Nintendo dies so I can complain about the Switch. Wait a minute.
What? Hey, you'll see that on Twitter in 10 seconds from now. People will start to say, the Switch is still here. You can't say that. Like Nintendo simps saying that you're not allowed to complain about the Switch because it's still here.
That's perfect, yeah.
You can complain after it's gone. Like this horse shit is the reasoning people have to get you to shut up about things on Twitter. It's unbelievable.
Whoa, okay. You know, the level design, despite this being a Game Boy shmup, it's doing its thing. It's putting me it's taking me out of my comfort zone, and that's pretty impressive. I mean, this isn't a hated port or anything. It's just funny that they put this game on the Game Boy. You won't see people playing this like every day on Twitch or anything, trying to grind out the 1 CCs.